one season left. I can finally retire this hellscape of a fandom. And I can rest watching the sunset on a grateful universe.
Oh boy, okay, let's get started. I'm gonna, you know how I usually intro these podcasts with the theme song?
Yeah.
I'm gonna intro it with the end of Chloe's latest update on Voltron video where she's just like, one more season, and it's all done. Because that's exactly how I fucking feel at this point.
Same.
That's fucking shit.
Also, you know what? I'm starting to hear rumors. I haven't seen anything official, but I'm seeing rumors that the next season is dropping in November.
That's, I believe it. But I believe it.
Here's the thing, they confirmed it would be before the end of the year. They just didn't confirm when. And I just saw something that said that the wiki said it would be in November, so... I
believe it, but how many episodes?
13.
Alright. That seems like enough episodes. Did they confirm if it's the finale or not?
Yes, they did. They confirmed it was the finale before season 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, yeah.
What if it drops Yoma weekend?
Oh god, that'd be so bad. Fuck.
We can't watch it! If it, drops on, a Friday or a Saturday, we can't watch it because we're gonna be at the goddamn con!
I swear to god, if it drops the Friday of YomaCon, we are so fucked.
I'm done! No, it's... Oh, it better drop the next Friday. It better drop the next Friday.
It better drop later in the month, for fuck's sake.
Cause we're gonna be, so fucked, and people, there's gonna be, spoilers as soon as, 6 hours after the goddamn drop.
That's the problem, because over here it drops at 3 in the morning, so that means the second we wake up, there are already finale spoilers.
This is why I stayed away from Tumblr for weeks.
This is why I stayed up for 40 hours straight just so I could watch it the second it came out.
Do you think we should intro this podcast?
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm gonna make that entire conversation just like the intro of this podcast. Now you want to introduce yourself?
We don't give a shit anymore. Hey, it's Emma. I'm dying inside.
And it's Ari, wrecked by Voltron. Wrecked by Voltron in this fucking fandom.
Oh, fuck this. So bad.
Oh, God. So, Emma. Season 7, Emma.
Oh, boy. Alright.
How many years have we been doing this podcast?
Almost 2.
And here we are. Season 7.
We're finally back to 13 episode seasons, which means we just get to cry longer.
You ain't wrong, though. You ain't wrong. So, what did you think about this season, Emma?
Okay, so here's the thing. My whole story with this is that I decided to stream this with a friend on 2 separate occasions. 2 different friends wanted to stream with me, and they're both socially awkward, so they didn't want to do it together. So I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning when the episodes drop over here, and I watched the whole thing without breaks at 3 a.m. with a friend. And then immediately I got up, grabbed breakfast at 5, and did it again with another friend.
Jesus Christ.
No, wait, it was 8.
You were a trooper.
I was a trooper. I watched it twice in a row, non-stop, and was awake for 40 solid hours. I actually remember this. I almost fell in the shower and gave myself a concussion.
Oh my god.
And then I sat on my bed for 2 minutes, and I suddenly thought that I had just woken up on Sunday morning. And it was 8 p.m. on Friday. So I was not in my right mind.
Wow.
Eventually I did go back and rewatch it properly, and oh my fucking god.
Wow. You are... Wow.
I had an ethereal experience, pretty much.
Wow. So you watched this season 3 times already. And I've only seen it the once.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd consider it more 2 times because I was half out of it for the first 2.
It actually took me quite a while to watch this new season because I planned on binge watching it all Friday, but my real life happened, so it took me days. to watch this new season, which meant days of avoiding the internet because I started watching it on Friday and I had to finish it on like Wednesday or Thursday or something because my fucking Wi-Fi went out.
Rip.
That was awful.
Yeah, that was terrible. I felt so bad for you.
It was like, I think my Wi-Fi went out when I was halfway through the Space Madness episode.
And you yourself were going mad.
Yes, I was. Because I wanted to keep watching. And the team was, like, turning against each other. And it was like, oh, it's Space Madness. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's Space Madness? And then the Wi-Fi went out. And Netflix was like, hey, sorry, there's a problem playing this title. And I was like, fuck! Anyway, general thoughts on this season.
Oh, boy. There's definitely some mixed reactions here. Because
oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the best season. It definitely didn't trump the last season. But I do think it was good. Like, I'm not one of those people that just shits on every season because there's no Clans, so. There were some parts that were a little drawn out, some parts that didn't fit the story all that well, but it still worked overall, as like one half being space road trip and figuring out what the hell happened, and the second half being the Earth arc, which I actually kind of liked. I know some people are iffy on that, but I kind of liked it.
The Earth arc? Man, the Earth arc was my biggest problem this season, because I really liked all the stuff that happened in space, even episode 4, and episode 4 is just confusing as fuck to me. What the fuck even was episode 4?
Obligatory filler episode.
Yes, it was an obligatory filler episode, but what the fuck was it? Like, I'm glad that we had it before episode 5 when shit got dark and you just saw like this one fucking guy kill off all of these Blades of Amora and take their swords as trophies. But Jesus Christ, what was happening so far?
Alright.
Anyway, you're right about it not being the best season. I was like sitting there watching this and thinking, wow, 13 episode season, and it still feels a little rushed and a little dragged out at the same time. Mostly dragged out with the Earth arc, because I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. There's like bits and pieces that I like about the Earth arc, which we'll get to soon, but man, okay. How do I put this? I don't want to say it was a setup season, because it concluded the shit with Zendek. But at the same time, it was pretty anticlimactic. Like, the only way that the Earth arc was redeemed in my eyes was when it turned into goddamn Ava.
We'll get into the details about the Earth arc later, but just for right now, I would say the 2 backstory episodes were necessary, because we didn't know what the fuck was going on with Earth. The episode where the Paladins got back was necessary. 3 episode Sendek fight could have been shrunken down to 2. And I feel like the last episode could have been the start of season 8. It seemed a little out of place.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, the last episode, when the last episode ended, I was like, oh, well, shit. I mean, it isn't, like, as big of a dramatic cliffhanger as Shiro disappearing at the end of, like, season 3, season 4.
Season 2.
Oh, God, it was season 2. Shock, it was season 2.
We had a clone for 4 fucking seasons, honey.
You're so right. My heart just broke a little bit. Oh god, Shiro just fucking roasted the fuck out of Lance in that one episode.
I do feel like the season ended well, like just for where it was, but I feel like it should have just ended with Sendek dying, and then the cliffhanger would be, oh shit, here comes another mecha.
Yeah, because look, the final villain that we really have to go up against now is Hagar. She's just been kind of in the shadows, and we heard nothing from her this season after last season.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck her deal is right now.
Just fuck shit up and leave. That's Hagar's philosophy right now. Like, we only saw her once this season, and that doesn't even count because it was the wacky filler episode.
Yeah, technically we got Lotor this season. He's fucking dead.
Rip.
Rip.
Rip in peace, Prince Loser.
Prince Lotion.
You will be missed. You shall be missed.
I
don't care what anyone says. I still fucking love Lotor.
Everyone still loves Lotor. I love Lotor to pieces. He's the best.
I'm so mad that he died. Okay. I guess we just start talking about this season by episodes like we usually do.
Yeah, so we get to start with the best episode.
Oh yes, the sheep episode.
The one that was literally 75% sheep.
Yay! That's just heavy. Oh my god. My fucking...
This episode's main plot was just showing how Keith has a massive crush on Shiro.
Dude, my fucking sheep shipper. It's just like, I was already really fucking hyped, but now I'm just in overdrive after this because, oh my god.
My sheath heart was just glowing.
It was so good. I mean, sure, this episode mostly comprised of flashbacks, and every time we finished with a flashback, we went back to wacky slapstick comedy with Corinne and Lance and Hunk and Zelda, but I couldn't, like, I really, to be honest, you do kind of need something more comedic in between all of the serious stuff with, like, Shiro and Keith, but I wish that the episode just focused on them. I was so interested and invested, and I loved everything about it so much, especially since when you watch that episode and you think back to episode 1 when Keith was like putting his life on the line to save Shiro and break him out of jail, that like takes on so much more meaning now.
Yeah, they added so much context to their relationship. It was so cute.
And like at the end of the episode, like Shiro's like, Keith, you saved me. It's like, no, we saved each other, and then they hugged, and I was like,
we've reached the trifecta of sheath hugs, and I am so happy.
I got it. I'm taking deep breaths.
Yeah.
I'm calming down.
Calm down.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, if this fucking show doesn't end with Shiro fucking retiring, and he's living in a house on the beach, and Keith is there, and Cosmo is there, and they, like, hug and kiss or whatever the fuck, and she becomes even more canon than it already is, I'm gonna be so mad. Look, it's either gonna happen, or I'm gonna write it in a fanfic.
If it doesn't happen, I will rewrite the entire fucking ending.
Look, we're fucking shipper fangirls with the power of the internet. We can do whatever we want, as long as we don't attack the fucking staff.
Don't attack the
Isn't
staff.
that right?
That's all you gotta do. I am a Clancer, and I am upset with all of you retarded fucking children.
I don't like Clance. I just watched this fandom from a distance, eating popcorn, and just, like, watching you guys break. But this season, I'm just officially fucking done with your asses. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the fandom drama after we talk about the actual show, because these things are separate entities.
We can, like, talk about this even more in coffee break, but I don't want to wait until the next coffee break.
Neither
like,
do
we don't
I.
even
Neither
know
do
when
I.
the next coffee break is gonna be.
Yeah. But
So I took like a lot of notes on this episode because there was like a lot of things that I liked. By the way, all of these notes are on the fucking sheep shit. Because again, I didn't like the B plot. But can we talk about how much of a G Cosmo is?
I fucking love Cosmo.
He was just like watching over Shiro the entire time. You just saw him in the background, just sitting down, looking over him, and laying down next to his pod, and just keeping guard. And I was like, this is the best fucking space doggo in the world.
He is the goodest boy in all the universe.
My own doggo is right next to me, and I'm currently petting her. You are a very good doggo, girl. I love you. No, Cosmo is a G. I love Cosmo in this episode, and he just didn't do anything. He was just there guarding Shiro.
Yeah, he was just there. He didn't even get any main, like, shot focus. He was just there, and he was being a good boy.
A very good boy. There was also a line in, like, when episode 1 started, where some kid, when Keith was flying the simulator, he was like, the emo kid is doing it!
Why did I
was like, oh shit!
Oh my god!
Whoa! And like right after that, like Keith's teacher said, oh no, you don't want him, he's a troublemaker. Here, take our class star. And Keith heard it, and he fucking stole Shiro's car.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck this, I'm just taking his car.
That whole sequence of events, that was just hysterical to me.
You think back to season 2, like, Shiro, you know I wouldn't take the knife. Flashback to Keith stealing his car.
And then right afterwards, Shiro just busts him out of juvie. And he's like, I stole your car and you're being nice to me. He's like, well, yeah, you have potential. Like, come on, join the garrison. Make a better life for yourself.
Stop stealing people's cars, you little shit.
And like, Shiro, I love every single moment with young Keith in the garrison because Shiro, he saw potential in him and he knew that Keith was troubled. And he just said, hey, this kid is in pain. I don't know what happened to him, but I'm going to talk to him and help him and try and make him a better person. And we see him do that because Keith gradually becomes older after getting into a lot of trouble, but he becomes better with Shiro's help and care. And when they're like racing the cars.
Yeah, the little hover bikes.
Yeah, and like Shiro shows him that trick with not like falling off of the cliff.
Just launching yourself off a fucking cliff.
And Keith is like, how did you do that? And Shiro explains to it, and he's like, and Keith's like, do you think I'm ready to try that? And Shiro's going, oh, well, what do you think? And Keith like pauses for a moment and he says, I need more training. And Shiro just smiles and is like,
actually, he says he should practice more and focus on his training. And he needs more patience.
Especially with Lance after the fucking episode 4.
Also, the fucking cliff maneuver. That's the shit that Keith pulls in episode 1.
Holy shit, did I miss that?
Yeah, when they're going back after they rescue Shiro, that's the move he pulls to get out of there.
Oh, you're talking about like episode 1. I thought you were talking about episode 1 of season 7. I'm like,
no, episode 1.
I was thinking back to it like, wait, what? I gotta rewatch episode 1 now.
They had a lot of callbacks to like season 1 this season. It was great.
Oh yeah, they did. But can we just like talk about Shiro's chronic illness that is brought up but never brought up ever again?
Here's the thing, they explained this kind of on Twitter because this was the episode that got released early. So pretty much it was mainly in his arm, at least at the time he got captured. It probably would have spread to the rest of his body by then.
But he lost his arm.
Yeah, but he lost his arm, so it's not in his system anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because it was like, okay, you're not bringing this back up. Did you just drop it? Or was it like in his arm, but he lost his arm, so it doesn't matter anymore?
It was either it was in his arm and it got chopped off, so it's not there anymore, or it was in his entire system, and when he got cloned, it got taken out.
Okay, that makes both of them make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shiro is using a clone's body right now.
I'm sorry, Lance, but having my consciousness transfer from the infinite of Voltron's inner quintessence into the dead body of an evil clone of myself kinda left me out of sorts for a couple of weeks.
Space Daddy gives no fucks!
I love that Sassy Shiro is back.
Space Daddy gives no fucks!
He gives no fucks about death anymore.
He's like, fuck it, I've been through a lot of shit. I don't gotta put up with shit anymore.
I don't have to put up with you shit kids, I died.
I'm only 25. Fuck it.
I'm
Fuck
too
everything.
young for this shit.
Okay. And right after that, we see Adam.
Adam?
Takashi Shirogane is gay as fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this more when we get to that episode, but I kind of want to mention something right now. Just like, we'll talk about the whole controversy later, but Adam is the only person that refers to Shiro as Takashi.
You are so right about that.
Akina might point out that Iverson said Takashi in one of the later episodes. No, he did not. He said Takeshi. Which tells me that he's only been formal with Shiro because, like, he knows how to say Shiro's last name. He knows how to say Shirogane. But he doesn't know how to say Takashi because he just doesn't hear his first name enough when they're working together.
Meanwhile, Adam says it all the time, in bed.
But, no, like, putting shit aside, like, this just tells me, like, this was clearly symbolic just to how close Shiro and Adam were, because Adam's the only one that has said Takashi, aside from Shiro saying his own full name.
Yeah, in the D&D episode. The D&D episode, wasn't that like the only time we've ever heard somebody say Shiro's full name.
That was the only time.
Like, outside of the garrison.
That was the only time that ever happened.
My name is Takashi Shirogane, and I'm a paladin.
That line itself made me melt, but...
That fucking dork.
He's such a dork and I love him.
I hope to God we see more Monsters and Men cosplayers.
I want this new season to start with a beach episode.
Everybody wants a fucking beach episode, and we better fucking get one.
Titties.
We deserve it.
The titties, though. And I'm not talking about Alora.
We deserve a goddamn beach episode. Look. You already teased us with Space Daddy in a tight shirt, all right?
You
better give us some full-on
top, no
cleavage.
less. For fuck's sake.
Better give us some full-on fucking cleavage.
Just end the series with tits.
Okay, but I really wanted to touch on Adam because, all right, we said we're going to get to the controversy later or whatever, but I really wish that I was expecting for Shiro and Adam to not be as well written, and by that I mean as out there, because it was the conversation between Shiro and Adam was something that I expected. It's something that you won't really understand and know is a whole gay thing unless you've like been on Twitter during Comic-Con weekend. And rumor has it that it was actually DreamWorks who interfered with the Voltron staff, you know, being more literal and out there with Shiro and Adam and their sexualities. And to that I say, DreamWorks, this is Netflix. It is the internet. Uganda will not have your fucking head over being on the goddamn internet because it's the goddamn internet and anybody can access it. But anyway, the part about Shiro and Adam, I really liked their fights because although I really don't care about Adam, and I'll get to that soon, but what Adam did was point out a really big flaw about Shiro to me, and it was something that I really enjoyed. And that flaw was that Shiro was too selfish and too ambitious that he willingly put his life on the line and left the people that he cared about. And Adam and Keith got so pissed at him for that. Like, I wrote this conversation down, part of it. Shiro goes, "You know what's important to me is worth the risk." And Adam slams down his teacup and he goes, "Takashi, how important am I to you? Every mission, every drill, I've been right there with you. But this is more than a mission. This is your life at stake." And then he just said, "If you do it, I'm done with you. Okay? Because I can't put up with this anymore. I can't do it. I am not staying with you if you are willing to die and not think about me." And then Keith comes in right afterwards and he's like, "Are you really doing this? Are you really going? What about your condition? What about Adam?" So that's like another indication that you know that Shiro and Keith are like really close, because he's like, "What about Adam, Shiro? What about your boyfriend?" So like I said, I really don't care about Adam. And my God, I'm like trying to contain myself so that we can talk about it later. But if there's one thing that Adam did, and Adam did well, it was point out that Space Daddy isn't perfect. Space Daddy is a flawed human being, and I love that about them. So thank you, Adam, for your service. F.
That's another thing. I wanna touch on that conversation a bit more, because I was watching it over today and thinking about, okay, they never explicitly stated that they were dating. So how would the dialogue sound if you had it in your head that they were platonic? Like if they were just roommates like the show, like DreamWorks wanted them to be. And watching it over, there are so many emotional subtleties and word choices that are just screaming at you, no, this is a romantic thing. This is something that's really, really important for both of them. And this is a legitimate breakup. This isn't just friends falling out of line. So I gotta give points to the dialogue for that, because even taking romantic bias out of my head, taking out previous information, I would still think that they were in a relationship.
Like, it isn't like a Korosami where at the end of the show they're like, "Oh, we need a vacation. I want to go on a vacation. Yes, let's take a vacation." Goes to the portal, holds hands, look at each other. And unless you knew the context, you wouldn't think it's a gay thing. But here, it was done somewhat well to a degree.
Yeah, it was done decently for what they were allowed to get away with. And since we know how insignificant Adam's role is in the show, I would actually say that this was okay. And another thing is that I actually think that with this argument, Shiro and Adam are both at fault. Because you were talking about how Shiro's too ambitious and isn't thinking about his own health and the people who care about him. But then Adam is the one who gave him an ultimatum and forced him to choose between their relationship and going on this mission.
But I can't blame Adam, however, because it's like it was like he was stressed and he was just done with it. He didn't want to put up with any more from him.
But I also can't entirely blame Shiro, because this is all he's ever wanted, is to do something like this.
Same. I mean, they're both right, but they're both wrong.
That's the best part, is that there's no one to flat out vilify. God damn it, this was good.
It was really fucking good. For something that, like, didn't get a lot of screen time, it was still really good. God, I just love that part where Adam is like, hey, every mission, every drill, I was there, and Shiro's just looking down and he doesn't know what to say because he can't say anything.
It was so good.
We're like almost a half hour in and we gotta move on. So before we move on from episode 1, I just want to point out how everybody came back and was explaining what happened while they were in the woods, and Shiro and Keith just look at them like, fuck.
You were just like, yep, same shit as always.
These fucking idiots. I'm in charge of these fucking idiots. Like, the two of them at the same time
they're both just like, I'm in charge of these fucking dumbasses.
It's like, I love that because, like, Shiro is Space Daddy and Keith is leader of Voltron.
Also, can we talk about Hunk and Rommel for a second? Because that was actually really funny. That's like the only part of the B-plot I liked, is just Rommel having no time for this shit.
I know, and honestly, I'm not really all that into Rommel. It was like, okay, Rommel, it was cool when you first came in because you looked like Princess Zelda, and like me and my friends lost our shit when we saw you. We were like, Zelda? But like the only part this season where I actually liked her was in episode 1.
I just think she was a cute little addition. She's probably not gonna have a big role, but she's just this cute little thing, and I'm happy to just have her aboard.
Yeah, but like it just kind of feels like that she's just there. And I don't really think she's gonna get more character next season either.
Yeah, I doubt it, but I don't mind her presence. Like, I'm not expecting her to be a big game changer. I just, like, she's a cute girl doing cute things, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. So, episodes 2 and 3, you ready?
Oof.
Episode 2. Like, it's gonna take us 1.5 years to get to Earth. Okay, let's pick company and put everyone in the wrong shift.
Actually, like, okay, let's go choose who we want to be with. No, let's let Lance decide.
Wasn't the worst fucking person pick this? Like, let's not put Keith with Cosmo. Let's not give the mice to Allura. And let's all collectively realize that Pidge is alone, telling everyone to fuck off. I'm playing my SNES. And then she gets grouped up with everyone.
She gets grouped up with... Okay, but Allura refusing to let Cosmo in the cockpit.
Like, stop biting that thing. Stop doing this, stop doing that. He's lonely. Pay attention to him. Like, oh, hey, Lance, maybe you should have left the wolf with goddamn Keith.
Open the cockpit. Stop having it be closed.
You don't know. I just realized fucking Cosmo at any point in time could have just teleported back to Keith.
It's the principle of the thing. He got put in the Blue Lion, and Allura didn't want him in the cockpit, so he was respecting the rules. He just wasn't happy about it. He's a good boy.
Cosmo was a very good wolf.
He's such a good boy. But I love that one part where, like, Coran just keeps singing, and Keith's just like, okay, we're switching right now.
Episode 3 with Coran and Pidge is like, are you saying our fate rests in Coran's hands? I'll help you look for that passage.
That actually reminded me of, like, this one line from the VR Chronicles game, where Keith's just like, okay, our lives are in Lance's hands. We're doomed.
Speaking of being doomed, the Gora show up, and Voltron doesn't know how to fight them because for some reason their tech has been goddamn upgraded.
And it was shit from Lotor's fleet, even though he's dead as fuck, so all my hopes got dashed to pieces.
But we did get space lesbians, I guess.
Here's the thing, I called that ship a fucking year ago!
And here it is now. And guess what? They're dead. But hey, we saw like an old familiar face this season in episode 3, so it ain't all bad, I guess.
Here's the thing. To be fair with the Zethrid and Azor thing, they were villains. And they were trying to kill them.
They were like straight up ready to torture Pidge.
Yeah,
right?
They were ready to... Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if you saw this, but they teased this scene using different colored popsicles on Twitter. They had this picture that had a bunch of different colored popsicles, and one of them had like a green popsicle surrounded by 2 black popsicles, and like the team was on the other side. This was somewhere on the Voltron Twitter, I don't know.
I'm so ready to look it up.
But then they had that, and then they had like the blue, red, yellow, all that shit on like the other side of the table, and everyone was losing their shit trying to figure out what this would mean. Well,
Voltron Twitter. Alright then, Voltron Twitter.
Like, they got us freaking out over fucking popsicles.
That's the power of this fucking show and fandom. Jesus Christ.
Pretty much. They know how to toy with us. This isn't even ship affiliated like some people might think it is, but I just liked how Lance was so quick to defend when they were going to torture Pidge.
Yeah, that's true, because, if they laid a finger on Pidge, I would have lost my shit. Pidge is my second favorite character in this show. I absolutely adore her. She is my little gremlin, and I love her. And this just, if anything else happened to her, I would just be done. Just completely done. Give up. I'm out. Goodbye.
This table flip, get the fuck out.
By the way, can we talk about Pidge's little mad scientist smile when she was talking about that dangerous, deadly planet?
Yes!
Like, this planet is gonna kill us! It's perfect! Yeah, that was the best. And then, like, when they were flying through the planet trying to escape the Galra, fucking Cosmo was teleporting between ships.
I fucking love it!
It's like, he just, like, teleported in front of this Galra soldier, and the soldier's like, hi, Cosmo was like, you did.
You did, bitch.
Hi. How you doing? I'm about to bite off your head. And then, unfortunately, the poor doggo came back and he was hurt.
I hate that the puppo got hurt.
It's only episode 2, Voltron. Chill the fuck out, please.
Chill the fuck out. Stop hurting the pup. But no, he was okay. He was just a little bit incapacitated for an episode. He was fine.
Yeah, Cosmo is fine, because Cosmo is the best doggo, and nothing shall ever happen to this fucking doggo, or I will go John Wick on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, the team is captured, thrown into holding. Space lesbians are about ready to torture them. Karan actually ended up escaping the Galra because he was trapped in the closet. Karan was locked in the closet. You know I have to do that.
He had to come out of the closet to save his friends.
Mm-hmm. And can we just... Fucking Karan failed epically. I mean, you know something is wrong when fucking mice are able to take down a big-ass guard.
Those mice are badass. Shut up.
I know! The mice are fucking awesome! It's just like Karan is here being a fucking doofus. By the way, he has the fucking power to change his skin color, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's something that all Tans have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And then, like, he's like, everybody is like, oh, hey, that's so-and-so's scarf. And he's like,
Yeah, why does, like, all of the... I want to know the story behind this fucking scarf and why everyone just fucking hates it.
That better become a running gag and, like, fanfic or something.
Please.
Like, writers, we're giving you ideas.
And then, guess who shows up?
Oh, real? I don't know who shows up, Emma.
It's good old fucking Aksha with her bi girl haircut.
I was a fucking bisexual as fuck haircut.
Why do so many characters have the bi haircut?
Oh, I don't know, Emma. Have you seen anime or watched The Legend of Korra?
Yes, I have. And also, Marceline has it. And also, Life is Strange. And also, Kairi from Kingdom Hearts has the bi haircut now.
She does have the bi haircut now.
I have the bi haircut, for fuck's sake.
Watch fucking Kairi make out with Aqua in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
So Aksha, she, like, rescues the team. Aksha and the mice rescues the team better than Karan ever will. And then fucking Voltron blows up the fucking ship and the space lesbians die. And then Voltron hides out and Aksha is like, oh, hey, by the way, people think you're dead because you've been gone for 3 years.
Whoops!
Sorry, we kind of, like, did a bunch of dimension hopping with Lotor and all that. And all of a sudden, it makes a lot of sense why all of this tech is upgraded in fucking Hunk's big-ass gun. Holy shit, Hunk's gun.
Hunk's gun.
Well, actually, just check out this gun.
He
I
has,
only
like,
have
little
one.
turrets now, and I love it.
Everybody got, like, a big upgrade this season. We'll talk about the Lions later, though.
I love it. Oh my god.
So, Jesus Christ, 3 years, huh?
Three fucking years.
And we don't have a goddamn castle, and Voltron is running low on fuel. That's great.
Whoops.
Oopsie! And then, like, Pitch fucking calculates, oh, like, okay, we gotta make it back to Earth and talk to my dad and try and get a new castle alliance. And everybody's like, how long is that gonna take? Because Voltron is running low on fuel, so we can't really form Voltron all that well. And Pitch is like, a year and a half. And they're like, okay, we better leave now. Fuck.
And then we get through all this drama. Oh shit, we've been gone for 3 years. What else has changed? And then, game show!
What the fuck? I have no words for episode 4.
Here's the thing.
I have no words.
Here's the thing. They released the clip of Keith playing the fucking drawing game like 3 days early. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't know that the episode would start with that. Okay?
There's so much in this episode.
Here's the thing. We've had weird filler episodes in the past, but we haven't had one that started that abruptly.
It's like this fucking space host is like being all menacing as hell, and this entire episode had like this like static grain filter over it, and then we got like a bunch of anime faces, and before like you know it, when Keith is like being a baby and shit, he's literally dressed up to look like a baby. Oh hey, here comes all of these people that we fucking killed plus Hagar.
Shira loves you, baby.
And fucking Lotor, when he did like the pouty anime boy thing, my heart melted because I realized how much I missed this boy.
I have every clip of Lotor from that episode in the form of a GIF right now.
The part where Lotor and the fucking servant was dancing, like,
oh, yeah,
God. That made me lose my fucking shit. I like paused the episode and I died laughing for 5 straight minutes.
Here's the thing, like, half my friends don't like this episode, and I'm just like, why? This is brilliant.
No, this is a fun-ass episode. A lot of people don't say that they don't really like it that much because it was mean towards Lance, because they called Lance an idiot, and they were like, oh, you're a dum-dum. And I'm like, I get that, but it's like a silly, wacky, funny comedy episode. Don't take it so seriously.
It's
like,
not that deep.
It happened, but it didn't happen.
Here's the thing. I like the episode for what it did. I didn't like where it was placed, because that was very sudden.
Yeah, especially since, like, right after we get to the darkest episode this season. By the way,
The 2
BOB!
darkest episodes in a row, honestly.
That's true, but BOB is back!
Everybody is back. I love it.
Oh, I saw BOB come out, that was like my boy!
Okay, so, Space Bill Cipher here fucking traps them all in a Family Feud game. And literally everything that happens after that is priceless.
Oh god, my favorite joke this episode. So, which one of you is the brainiest, Pidge? And Pidge just raises her hand like me.
I love when Lance was trying to guess everybody and they started, like, spelling out Rolo's name with their arm.
And he was just like looking
This, like, I have no idea what they're doing. And then they're just like, kill.
And, oh god, the end of the episode. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta go just like a little bit on a Clance tangent here.
Go ahead.
But the end of the episode where they're told to pick one person who leaves and everybody chooses someone besides themselves. And everybody's just being so nice to each other. Like, oh, I nominate Pidge because she's so smart. I nominate Hunk because he gets along with everyone. I nominate Keith because he's the leader. I nominate Lance because I don't want to be next to him for longer than I have to. Like, that was a funny joke, but at the same time, that just made me go, yeah, this is why I don't like Clance. Because out of all of the really good, really strong bonds in the show, Clance is the most annoying to me.
Honestly,
Like, they're like annoying brothers.
Yeah. I like it in that sense, honestly. I like it just, like, as the relationship where you constantly make fun of the other person.
Yeah, but it was like, okay, that was a funny joke, but it was also like a little mean, and it's just the like if you want to know why I don't ship clans, it's not on NOTP levels with me. It's something that I see and I'm like, okay, well, shipping, let's ship, whatever. I don't care, but this is why I never got into this ship and I don't like this ship. Because you have like Hunk and Pidge who are the best of friends. You have like, oh god, well we'll get to that one later. You have Shiro and Keith who are just so fucking adorable together and work so well. And then you have clans, and it's just like, here are two people who can't fucking stand each other.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit more playful than that. Like, it's not that cutthroat, but, you know. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they have, like, a lot of really silly moments and really good jokes, but those jokes are when they're, like, playfully being annoying to each other, like last season.
That's the thing, those jokes are always at each other's expense. Even from the very beginning, it was from each other's expense.
Yeah, like, one of the funniest jokes last season to me was when Keith came back and Lance was like, how do we know if you're the real Keith? I don't have time for this, Lance. Hey everyone, Keith's back!
Yeah, like their relationship is built entirely on mocking each other, and I think it's funny as like a casual romance thing, but yeah, I can understand that.
You know, when I was reading Gourmet Hound last night, there was just like this one part in this one chapter that just had me go, oh hey, Clans versus Sheaf Shippers. He deserves to be with someone who loves him. Like, yo, he's not mean to him. They're just being like really playful and okay.
Here's my stance on all that. I think that they are just kind of playing around, even when Keith acts so dead serious and saying, I just don't want to be around this fucker. I do think it's in a playful sense in that, like, they do actually don't fucking hate each other, but at the same time, I don't think it's, like, meant to be romance that the fandom builds it up as. Like, I'm not on that train.
But we'll talk about that more in a minute. By the way, can we just, like, talk about the ending of this episode?
Oh yeah, how this ended up literally being Bill Cipher.
Yeah, like, oh, it happened, but it didn't happen, and there's Space Bill Cipher in the stars. Like, you just played a game show with a fucking space god. You just tackled a fucking space god.
Literally, like, alien Bill Cipher just judges worthy heroes by playing fucking Family Feud.
Oh god, like, throughout the episode, when that fucking distortion shit happened, that scared me, because I was having goddamn Doki Doki flashbacks.
Oh god. I was having Ring flashbacks.
Ring flash? Oh god, that's even worse than Doki Doki.
I know! It's not kawaii at all.
But I really did like the cameos that appeared in this episode.
The
like,
cameos
we went back
were
to
a lot
the
of
mall.
fun. Yeah. The fucking, like, Zorkon, Hagar, Lotor family dynamic.
Jesus Christ, that was hysterical. Like, I have studied the arts for 3 years, not like you ever cared, Dad.
I love your art. Don't touch me, witch! And then Lotor just gets so frustrated, he just slaps Morvok.
Okay, that was the best part of this episode. Like, if there's one reason for me to go back and revisit this episode when the show is over, it's just to see this fucking family shit.
Yeah.
This fucking broken-ass family shit.
Yeah, and just Zarkon being, like, the dorky dad.
I wonder how AJ feels about this episode, because I feel like AJ has so much fun recording this.
Did you ever see his tweet? I think it was from Comic-Con, where, like, it was this, like, Lotor and Alora cosplayers, like, just kind of, like, nudging Lotor off to the side. And, like, he commented, if he had gotten any closer, there would be a yeeting. I fucking love AJ.
AJ is a fucking death, man.
Should I mention that AJ got reincarnated into voicing another character this season?
Oh, who did he voice?
Adam.
Oh, yeah! I heard about that. I just didn't know who he was.
Who is he gonna get reincarnated into next season?
Rip.
We'll get to that later. But no, this was
AJ, I love you.
This was a fun episode. We had Baby Keith. We had Lance just screaming "B" all for like 5 minutes.
We have fucking Lotor. Prince Loser is back. I miss you, Prince Loser.
We had pouty artist Lotor and bad artist Keith.
Yes, this episode God, this episode confused the fuck out of me, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that.
And then we also had Pidge assaulting a space deity with a golf club.
Pidge? That's how you know Pidge is a fucking badass. She fucking tackled a space god.
I fucking love that, where, like, she was just, like, so carefully aiming the ball, and I thought she would get it in totally, and then all of a sudden she just hits the camera and tackles Bob to the floor.
This is another reason how you know that he's Space Bill Cipher, because both of their names begin with a B.
And they're just so basic fucking names.
Yeah, but like Space Bill Cipher is less evil than the actual Bill Cipher, though.
That's the thing. Bill Cipher was pretty much just the frat boy equivalent of this guy.
Don't have a heart attack, you're not 84 yet.
I think it was 92, actually. I've watched this show too many times.
Jesus Christ, I miss you, Bill. I miss you, Prince Loser. My Netflix icon is Prince Loser now.
My Netflix icon is Shiro.
Of course it's
I'm debating changing my dad's to Zarkon because I'm fucking done with his shit.
Oh! Emma, we should get to episode 5.
We should get to episode 5, where I kept making Ren and Stimpy jokes the whole time. Well, no, wait, not that one. That's episode 6, but this one just gave me a heart attack.
This one was fucking dark. I mean, oh god, best part about this episode, keep teleporting with his fucking wolf.
The teleportation fight? Are you fucking kidding me?
This episode, oh god, I love Cosmos so much this episode. Like, I love Cosmos so much this season, but this episode felt like Cosmos' true time to shine, because this is the episode where he's finally named.
Mm-hmm. And I love the way he was named, too. Like, Keith's being all spiritual and shit, like, he'll tell me his name when he's ready, and everyone's just like, nah, just name him Cosmo, it's cute.
I feel like Cosmo is actually going to tell Keith his real name, because, again, this wolf's name was so important, it couldn't be spoiled, but if Cosmo really does have a real name, I'm just, like, waiting for that to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be his dad's name at this point now, so...
Dude, look, money is still on the table. Come on, Season 8. I need an answer, Season 8.
Season 8, don't give us any dumb shit.
But Cosmo is a really cute name, though.
I love making it Cosmo, and making it K, like, I know some people were cringing at that, but, like, I like how his entire family has K for a name. Because you got Cosmo, you have Keith, you have Krolia, and you have Caxus.
Caxus, nice.
Because everyone names him Tex.
Episode 1, we find out how Keith's dad died.
Fireman, I totally fucking called it.
Oh god, I hate everyone who fucking calls anything in Voltron at this point. But can we just talk about how this episode started off with breakfast by Wolf?
The freaking Cosmo delivery service with the little bundle around his neck, that was adorable.
I know. And then, like, right after that, it's over, and we get to, like, all of the dark shit with the distress signal, and then we meet that guy on the alien planet, and he's all like, war never changes. And then Gloria is like, wait, these are the blades of my goddamn comrades, and he's like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking lured you here, you're all gonna die. And then he just, like, drops a fucking time bomb, freezes everyone, but Cosmo is like, nah, fam, and he just teleports Keith the fuck out of there. So Keith has to, like, teleportation fight this fucking dude. Meanwhile, Laura's, like, trying to free everyone from the... Okay, you know what?
You know what?
I should slow down. I should slow down and calm down because, Jesus Christ, this fucking episode.
Oh boy.
Emma, you want to take it over from here?
Okay, so... Holy shit. Okay, so... We learned that, well, Voltron was gone because Lotor wanted to just be so happy-go-lucky with a coalition and all that. Every major Blade of Marmora member had their identities exposed. Which means that when Lotor died and Hagar was in charge, they got to get fucking killed.
Yup. And then there's this guy, there's like a line that this guy mutters. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I didn't write it down.
Maticus, I want to say. I want to say it's Maticus.
That sounds about right. Maticus, there's a line that he says when fighting Keith, and he says, our high priestess Hagar has forsaken us because of your treachery, but after I kill you and the other paladins, Hagar will allow me to return. So he has been living on that planet, luring in blades, killing them, waiting for Voltron so that he could just go home thanks to Hagar's fucking bullshit.
Well, the thing that confuses me is he says your treachery. Like, Keith did something to this shit.
That's, like, the part that really got me about that line. Like, what do you mean, your treachery? Are you talking about them killing Lotor? Are you talking about... What are you talking about?
Like, is he crazy, or does Keith have more to his past that we don't know about?
That's crazy spaceman living on isolated planet crazy. And just fuck you, Cree Summers witch. Fuck you. This is your fault. I'm blaming it on her.
I blame everything on Hagar at this point. I have blamed everything on Hagar for the past 3 seasons. I'm not stopping now.
Well, she did fuck with our space daddy, so
She
you
fucked
kind of
with
can't
everything.
not. You kind of cannot blame her for everything that goes wrong in this show.
She's also such a shitty mom.
She is a really shitty mom, besides that part where she was like, I like your art, shut up, witch!
This is why Crolia is the space mom in this bitch.
Oh god, I love you, Mama Keith. Mama Keith is best mom.
Also, is it shameful that jump scare actually got me when they were fighting?
No, it got me too.
Oh god, that was scary.
Like, that fight was... Oh man, that was the best fight this season because of how they utilized the teleportation. Because, like, they just, like, popped out of nowhere, and this Keith was really struggling. But if he didn't have Cosmo, he would be dead. Let's not lie.
He'd be flat out dead.
And then Allura, she freed the Paladins from the goddamn time bomb.
She just Hulk smashed the floor.
I know! Like, where did that come from? Can you use it more?
Orion, probably, but that was so badass.
Dude, that was so cool. I mean, the Paladins still got the shit kicked out of them, but Keith just fucking wrecked that guy by focusing and, you know, closing his eyes and enhancing his senses and paying attention to his surroundings. And he was like, there you are! And he just throws the fucking knife in the right place. And the bad man explodes into dust.
Yeah, he wins because of patience and focus. How are they not together yet?
You know, every time I think about that Space Well, I'm like, you did good, Space Well. You did really fucking good.
You did real good.
It's been 2.5 years. Holy fuck! But the worst part about this episode is the end. Because Keith is alone again.
Well, also, Kolovon. This poor boy.
And it's like Mama Keith is like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And Keith is like, it's okay, Mama Keith. It's alright this time because you're here with me and I know that you're gonna return and I've come to terms with my abandonment issues because I have a team to look after, but more importantly, I have people who love me, like you, and my friends, and Shiro, who we're totally not doing dirty things together with.
Yeah, we're totally not utilizing the fact that you're not going to be around anymore.
She does come back, though. She comes back at, like, the end of the final episode, and it was so great seeing her.
Did you notice that she's wearing the same outfit as Kolovon?
Oh, of course.
And that Kolovon was fucking smiling for once in his life? Keith calling Crowley a mom. That got to me so hard.
Oh, God.
And we finally got a hug. We've been complaining about they need to hug for 2 seasons.
I know, right? And it finally fucking happened. Thank you, Spacewell. Spacewell, you did so much for us. You are so underappreciated, Spacewell. Thank you, Spacewell.
That fucking space whale did so much for us.
Like in episode 6. Oh, God.
Space madness, what the fuck?
Dude, what? Okay, I'm actually gonna get to that, but god damn it. Again, Spacewell came in handy because while everyone was floating in space, Keith was like, everyone sound off, and everyone was like, Keith, why? And Keith was like, we have to be mentally focused and perform exercises. This is how me and my mom handled, you know, being isolated on Spacewell with Cosmo for years and years and years. And it's just like, hell yeah, Spacewell. Hell yeah.
I just love how much Keith has matured, okay?
I know, that's what I wanted to touch on, because remember seasons ago when we were like, god damn it, Keith, get your emo bullshit together, and now it's like,
yeah,
hey,
because here's
you're the leader of Voltron.
With season 3, he was just such an emotional fuck up. Also, my dog keeps barking, so I don't know. But He was
That's
an
okay.
emotional fuck up, and then when Shiro came back, Shiro had to pretty much backseat pilot for him, and they kept arguing on what would be the best course of action to take. Now, he doesn't even need Shiro around to lead the Paladins. He's just doing it on his own because he's a good boy.
Yeah, Shiro had nothing to do this season until they got back to Earth. Like, this entire season, I was like, dude, Shiro is just there this time. And that's what made me realize, you know, as much as Hunk really shined this season, because we'll get to the Hunk stuff, but I love the season so much for Hunk, but this is as much Keith's season more than anything, because when Shiro was gone and, you know, Keith had to like step up as the Black Paladin, as the leader of Voltron. When that first happened, I wasn't so sure about it because Keith had his emo bullshit, and then he left to fight with the Blade, and now he's back, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, you're the team leader? I don't really trust you for that. But then this season, he stepped up. He has grown and matured so much. I trust him now, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I trust him because he has proven to me that he isn't that emo little kid. He has aged, he has grown and matured, and he has learned. And if there's anyone else on Team Voltron that I trust to look after these characters that I love so much, it is definitely Shiro and Keith, because they are the leaders. They have looked after these people for a long time. Shiro much longer than Keith. And yeah, that's I don't know how to say it, but that's what I'm trying to say.
Keith grew the titties of a leader.
You ain't wrong, though.
He grew his leader titties and is now finally able to shine.
Well, I guess that's what happens where you're constantly grabbing your leader's titties every night.
Hey!
So anyways, Space Madness.
Okay, can we talk about the fact the second Krolia left, Shiro was moved to Pidge's line instead of Keith's?
Yeah.
Because everyone knew what was good. They knew. They knew what would happen if they were left unsupervised in the same line.
Oh, god damn it. So, in this episode, our Fujoshi bullshit aside, in this episode, boom, big strange of light in the sky, and everyone is frozen except for the Paladins because their armor protected them. So, like, fucking Ramel and Koran and Cosmo and Shiro were just floating inside of the lions because the lions are frozen and the Paladins are the only ones who are still alive and talking. So they link arms because they lost track of their Paladins due to another big space boom, and they start to go fucking insane.
So pretty much this entire episode is the five of them trapped in space with nothing but each other, and they go fucking crazy.
Yeah, this episode also had like a lot of meta writing too.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as meta as the Crazy Koran episode. Like, oh, screw all of you are done, except for you, Shiro. You're our best character. But there were a few times when they were like getting at each other's throats and going, oh, fuck you because you're this, oh, fuck you because you're that, and they were being really mean to each other, and it was like, oh, hello again, Voltron writers. How are you doing? But no, everybody goes fucking crazy, and Keith is like trying to hold it together and keep everyone mentally sound, but it just gets to that breaking point, and where Keith is just like, he just pulls out his blade and he starts fighting the fucking air.
Yeah, so up to this point, it's really just like a bunch of isolation and some pretty imagery every once in a while because they start hallucinating, but when this episode really starts getting serious is when they actually start snapping at each other.
Yep, that was the part where I started to break because I don't like seeing my precious space children being mean to each other.
Yeah, this is the part where like nobody liked it, but I can kind of see why, actually. Because something that we complain about a lot is that the characters don't talk about past events anymore. Like, they don't go over, like, what's happened, other than, like, what's necessary for the plot to make sense. But here, they have all of these built-up things, like Keith leaving the Blades, or, the shit that happened with Allura and Lotor and all that. We have all this stuff that they never took time to talk about coming out in the worst way possible because of the stressful situation. And honestly, like, damn. They could have talked about this in much calmer ways if they had actually taken the time to sort out their feelings, but they've been so busy that they just haven't had time, so now it just comes out in the most bitter way possible.
It's not fun to see your favorite characters turn against each other, and it has more impact because this is season 7. We know these characters and we know them very well by now, so it's just seeing these characters, like seeing your favorite character turn against this other character, and then seeing this character turn against your favorite character. That's what makes, I think that's like a part of the reason why people don't like it that much.
Yeah, but with this, it's more they don't like it because of what happened, not because, like, it was necessarily bad, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it was a bad situation, but it wasn't horribly handled. Because these were real things that happened in the show before that they just never got off their chest.
Yeah, and I mean, thankfully it doesn't last for long, because shortly after they're fighting, they see an illusion of Earth, and everybody goes towards it, but Hunk is like, wait, this isn't right. Where's the sun? Where's the other planets? Where's the moon? And Hunk realizes that it's an illusion and pulls out his giant fucking gun and shoots at it. And then we see giant CGI space monster.
Fucking eldritch horrors in the depths of space.
Oh, hello, Space Cthulhu. How are you doing today?
For fuck's sake. Okay, but can we talk about, Hunk trying to talk to Keith while they're snapping at each other? And, like, he's actually trying to help his friends even though they're being mean.
Yeah, this was the start of, like, the really good Hunk moments that we got this season. Because everything before that, it was Hunk being, you know, the comic relief. Like, oh, well, if it's all dark, then it doesn't matter. And it's like, oh, God damn it, Hunk. But from this moment afterwards, that's when, like, all the really good Hunk shit happens. And what really kind of gives him a chance to shine this season. And a lot of, like, Hunk really, really, you know, stands out when we get to Earth. But seeing him, like, defend his team and being the voice of reason and, you know, not trying his best to not get him killed, it was like, oh shit, Hunk. Oh shit, Hunk. Oh shit, Hunk.
Hunk is the real MVP. I love him so much.
It took us 6 seasons to get a Hunk moment. It took us 7 seasons to get a Hunk season. Like, seriously, if you think that the season is worth skipping, you are dead wrong, because you're missing out on some really good Hunk shit.
Yeah, the people who are saying this is worth skipping were the people saying that Hunk never got any development. Fuck you guys!
You! Dude! Did you fucking watch the season?
Bitch!
What the fuck? Oh, God. Okay, anything else you want to add? Because we're like an hour and 10 minutes into recording this.
I know, we should probably move on to the second half of the season, but no.
Yeah, the Earth arc.
The first half, it had its funny moments. I like where it went with a lot of the plot points. I like that they brought a lot back from season 1. So I would say this half is a good half.
Yeah, the space stuff, a lot better than the Earth stuff, because what happens in space is a lot more interesting. And you gotta realize, like, when they were in space, it wasn't a continuous storyline like when they were on Earth. It was event after event after event. And I think that's what made it just a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable to watch, because the Earth arc, it dragged. It dragged a lot with the Earth arc. I mean, we got some good stuff in the Earth arc, but still.
Yeah, how about we get into all that?
Yeah, so episodes 7 and 8. Episode 7 focuses on, Pidge's dad.
Sam?
Who, God, what was his name again?
Sam,
fuck, I'm sorry. I'm like really tired. I'm sorry, I'm really tired.
I'll pick up on the
I'm in my
details.
coffee crash.
It's fine, honey.
I'm sorry, I just entered my coffee crash. But episode 7 has Sam returning to Earth. By the way, this episode starts fucking 4 years ago.
Yep.
So Sam returns to Earth, tells the garrison about all the shit he's seen, tells them about Voltron and how his daughter and her friends are out there defending the universe and that Earth is gonna be fucked if they don't do anything. And Sam has to defy their bitchy ass admiral, who I swear to God is worse than the goddamn bitchy ass admiral from Star Wars.
Seriously.
And by the way, Pidge's mom!
Pidge's mom. It's the best mom.
There's like a really sweet, cute part in this episode where he's like holding on to his wife, and then we see a Earth doggo, and he's like, "Don't worry, our kids are gonna be okay because they're strong like their mother."
I know.
That was so goddamn adorable. That just made me go, "This man loves his wife."
I fucking love that. And also just like when Sam first comes out and sees her. And she's just like, fuck you, I don't have clearance. I'm staying with my husband, you ass.
They love each other so much. Oh my god.
That moment, I love Colleen to death, but that moment just started the long string of fuck Admiral Sonda.
Dude, dead ass serious. I hated her more than the Admiral from The Last Jedi. She was so much worse. I hated her. God, The end of the episode when they broadcast to Earth about the Galra coming, and Sonda is like, "Oh, when this is over, you're gonna be thrown in the brig and you're gonna lose all of your privileges." And he's like, "Fuck you, I did what's right because I'm not a fucking coward like you are." I was like, fucking Sam, bitch! Fucking Sam Holtz!
Nice.
God!
The Holtz are just the best.
The hosts are total fucking badasses. Just, God, Sam and Matt and Pidge and
Colleen.
Oh God, they have such a strong ass mom. I love their mom.
I love just this strong family that could just kick anyone's ass.
They are such badass.
Best family.
Which, by the way, can we just be honest and say that when that broadcast happened, if this show wasn't made for 7-year-olds, the world would be in some Devilman Crybaby type shit.
Yeah!
Let's be honest. Like, oh shit, fucking aliens are coming to kill us? Fuck! The world is ending! But instead, because this is Voltron, it's like, hey, the world wants to help. Like, okay.
Well, also, to be fair, it's not like the aliens are shapeshifters and everyone turned on each other like in Crybaby.
That's true. Which, by the way, Matt
finally got a speaking
we didn't
role.
see him, but we heard him.
We saw him later, but we heard him now.
Matt, when we saw dude fucking glow up, he got a fucking glow up.
He got a ponytail and a girlfriend. I'm so happy for him.
I miss Matt so much.
We better get more Matt next season. We better.
If we don't get more Matt next season, I am fucking rioting. It's the last season. You better give me more Matt Hall, or else I'm killing someone.
Here's the thing. You know they're gonna do a last stand fight with every rebel, every ship that's been in the series this far against Hagar. So if Matt's not in there, fuck you guys.
Yes, because fucking Matt is like one of the biggest fucking space husbandos, and he's a giant nerd with a bunch of fucking anime faces. So give me more Matt Hall or I am stabbing a bitch. But anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about was the videos that they showed during the broadcast where they showed the paladins talking about their families and how much they miss them. Mm-hmm. But they only showed 3 paladins, which is Hunk, Lance, and Pidge. And for a brief moment, I was confused and going, where's Keith and Shiro's tape? And then I tragically realized that they had no one back on Earth to come home to. Like, Hunk is like, I miss my family's cooking. Lance is like, I miss my big-ass family because I'm a Cuban fuck. And Pidge is like, hey, Mom, if you're getting this, I'm really sorry for leaving you, but I'm safe and happy, and I hope you're proud of me. And there's no Keith and Shiro.
I am concerned, like, what Shiro's family situation is. Cause,
me too.
Like, we know Keith is orphaned as fuck, but I want to know what's going on
Shiro?
with Shiro's family life. And it's not just an excuse for me to get more Shiro in general. Shut up.
Because God knows Adam isn't fucking waiting for him. Literally, because episode 8, buryyourgaze.jpg. Rip.
I'm just adding that to the list of fuck you, Admiral Sonda. Because it's her fucking fault.
Me too. Look, he did not need to die if it wasn't for fucking her.
Yeah, he didn't need to die unless it was for her or the plot.
Fucking Sam looked at her and he was like, you sent all of those people to die. Like, if she had listened to Sam, or if Sam was in charge and he had more control, that would have never fucking happened. Like, I hate shitty ass leaders in media. I'm sorry.
Because they're supposed to have earned. Here's the thing: the worst thing about shitty leaders is that they supposedly earned their position,
and then they're just pieces of fucking shit who were fucking. God damn it!
Fuck you, Sonda. Fuck you, Sonda. I fucking hate Sonda.
Fucking Sonda, the fucking Admiral from The Last Jedi with the purple hair. Fucking Erwin Smith. Yes, I am going there today. I hate them. I hate shitty commanders. I hate shitty leaders because you just look at them and you look at how they're written and it's like, why the fuck are you in your position? I mean, granted, for a character like Erwin from Attack on Titan, who I really don't fucking like, I give props to the writers because he's written so well that it's kind of intentional for me to not like him when you put him next to a person like Hanji or a person like Levi. And sure, granted, later in the series, when shit fucking happens and we see how a character changes, it's like, okay, I get it. I get why he's the way he is. So, like, there's a reason for me to hate him because the writing makes me hate him and it makes me hate how he's changed and how he's developed. But for just Sonda in the fucking Last Jedi, I'm just like sitting here with my fucking blood boiling going, fuck you. You stupid. You ain't smart. You ain't loyal. You ain't deserve nothing. Step the fuck down from your position and let this guy fucking handle everything else because you can't fucking do it. I'm sorry. End of rant. I'm good.
Fuck Sonda. Fuck Sonda.
I'm so fucking glad the bitch died.
And, like,
she deserved it.
I'll get into the whole queerbaiting controversy later, but I do have a reason of why this happened. But, just, for now, Adam's dead, fuck Sonda.
Bury your gaze. I'm not pressing F. I gotta kind of press F. Just like a light press of F.
Press F.
There's your
just
respect.
Just a very brief tap of F to pay respects.
Do you want to get into the controversy now, since we're here, though?
Since we're here, and this is the big part of it, I think we should just briefly derailing for this shit.
Okay, well, you start, because I don't know what our positions are on this.
Pretty much what happened is because Adam died and didn't get that much screen time, people are claiming queerbaiting because, you know, everyone was hyped before the season to see Shiro and Adam because Adam was announced as being Shiro's old significant other about a month before the season dropped. So we had all of these people clamoring for Shiro and Adam to reunite, to at least not have a falling out anymore, or get some just some sweet content. And all we got was their breakup and Adam's death. But my issue with this is that you can be upset that Adam died. You can call it the bury your gaze trope all you want, but I still think that queerbaiting is a bit heavy because saying that they queerbaited means that they intentionally led you on for this shit. When really, no. They had an announcement, a tweet, and a few voice actor memes, mostly from Josh.
Fuck you, Josh.
Yeah,
I love you.
They had an announcement, a tweet, a singular tweet, and a meme, and I think maybe a preview. And that's it. They never insinuated that Adam and Shiro would reunite. They never said that Adam would be a significant character. And they just said that they were ex-lovers. They just said what Adam was in relation to Shiro. So I wouldn't call this queerbaiting. I would say that people queerbaited themselves because they hyped themselves up on this so much.
I agree with you 100% because those are my thoughts exactly. Like, going by the definition of queerbaiting that I learned from an SGG video from long ago, this is not it. It's just, I think people are really upset because they hype themselves up too much. And I know how that feels, but it's been taken really out of hand because people only care about this. I feel like people only care about this because Adam is gay compared to all of the other supporting characters that I do not give a fuck about because they didn't have a lot of screen time and they weren't written very well. I don't give a fuck about Adam. The only reason why I care about Adam is for the really fucking cute family they use with Daddy Shiro, and Daddy Adam looking after baby paladins. That's all I care about for Adam. But Adam doesn't change Shiro's character. He doesn't add anything. He doesn't take away anything from Shiro's character. Shiro is still Shiro. He's still the guy that we fell in love with over these past 7 seasons. Adam's stuff doesn't change the fact that Takashi Shirogane is gay as fuck. He doesn't make Shiro any better of a character. He doesn't make Shiro any less of a character. He's just a plot point in Shiro's story, to quote Coley. He was just there to point out a big flaw in Shiro's character, and I really appreciated that about Adam. And that's all I'll remember Adam for. I don't care that he's gay. I don't care that he was Shiro's ex-lover, because referring back to the coffee break episode, when it was revealed that Shiro was gay, I took that as a victory, not as a lesbian, but as a lesson in writing, because there are so many really shitty gay characters out there that are defined by their sexuality and not their character. And here we have Shiro, who is like, hey, you want to write a good gay character? Here's how you do it. So with Adam's death, like, when Adam fucking died, I just said, well, that's one fucking ship war that we can avoid. And then I turned around and everybody was losing their fucking shit, claiming queer baiting, which I really don't think this is not. Adam is dead. That's it. Get over it. It doesn't change anything. This won't affect anything. It won't affect anything in season 8. It doesn't affect anything before that. It doesn't change anything this season. It's just, hey, here character. Here character, little bit of screen time. Character doesn't have a lot of writing. Character dead. All right, bye.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, I agree a little more with the people that are just claiming the bury your gays trope and not necessarily queer baiting, because, you know, just another dead gay character. But I feel like I read over the writer's open letter to the fandom after all this shit broke, and when they talked about one part that was kind of interesting, because they said that they were aware of the trope and what they were doing by killing off Adam's character, but they were hoping that people wouldn't get mad. And that made me realize why they actually did kill off Adam's character. Because they had to get across 2 things. Sendek was ruthless, and Earth was unprepared. Fuck you, Sonda. And if you look at, like, all the characters that were introduced this season and in past seasons, here's all the characters that we had to look at. We had Sam, his wife, Iverson, Sonda, Adam, and James, the fuck-ass from episode 1.
Fuck James. God, I fucking hated James. I'm sorry. I hate that fucking pompous, preppy, country club-looking son of a bitch. I cannot stand him.
And that's the point. That's the point right there, because James and Adam were the only ones that would have made sense to be on the front lines. And at that point, everyone fucking hated James. So Adam was the only character that we recognized that would get at least a slightly more powerful reaction than a bunch of Randys going out and getting killed by Sendek. Clearly this was their best option as far as getting across the dread of the situation.
Yep. And I don't really think, like, the bury your gay saying, I don't even think that's a trope. I think that's just more of a meme that got turned into a trope. I mean, it's a funny meme. I like it. But, no, I really can't blame them for killing off Adam. I mean, sure, I mostly see it as, like, one ship war that we don't have to worry about. But I can't blame them for killing him off. And I'm not mad that they killed him off, because I don't care that they killed him off. And I wouldn't care if they killed off any of the random supporting characters that we got this season, because I don't care about them. They aren't well written. I don't know their personalities. I don't know their characters. To be honest, the only fucking character out of the 4 or 5 that we were introduced to that I actually remember is the fucking silent black guy. That Hunk was, like, talking to him, and he says, this mission, huh? And he just grunted and said nothing. That got a laugh out of me.
But yeah, basically with the Adam controversy, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, the people who were fighting so hard for Shiro, for them to proudly say that Shiro was gay, would not just would not queerbait all of you. That's stupid. So all y'all can calm down.
Like, Takashi Shirogane is still gay as fuck. Calm the fuck down.
This is a gay boy.
God.
This is a gay boy right here. Here's the thing. I do wish they had been a little bit more blunt with saying, like, these two were lovers.
Yeah, but rumor has it DreamWorks.
Yeah, but, you know, this is what they could get away with, supposedly, and what they did manage to do through the subtle dialogue was good, and there is still one more hope. Because...
Season 8.
Well, no, not that. Also, do you remember the Paladin Handbook? That thing that came out, like, a couple years ago?
Yeah, but I never read it.
I read through it. They're making another one for seasons 3 through 6.
I heard.
It's pretty... I've seen the preview pages. It looks dope as hell. So, they will probably make one for season 7 and 8 if trends continue. And if they do that, then they would have to mention Adam. If they mention him as an ex-lover to Shiro, I will consider everything that they've done as far as how they handled his character totally forgiven.
Right. Well, you want to move on to the final episode?
Well, how about we talk about those other fucking pilots for a second?
Oh my god, who cares?
We got literally 5 characters that got introduced on different levels of caring for them.
One of them died as soon as she was introduced.
No, she didn't, though.
Oh yeah, that's right, she didn't.
It's Lance's sister, you fuck.
That's how you know that I really don't care. I'm sorry.
Just all I wanted to point out is, like, clearly they aren't going to be big emotional arcs. They're just extra characters to be in the final fight. But, you know, they're one-shot characters. They have, like, one defined personality trait, and that's it. And that's kind of all you need. And then we got James.
Fuck James. Isn't there a new ship with James now?
James and Keith.
Oh god, why?
Honestly, I don't mind James that much. He was a dick when he was a little kid.
He's still a dick now.
He's
the
kind
only
of a
thing
dick.
that made him a little less dickish was when he said, "Oh, hey, we're going with you to get Hunk's family." That was when I was like, "All right, you're not redeemed. You're not forgiven. You're just a little less of a dick."
He mostly reminds me of when Keith started trying to be the leader, because he's kind of aggressive and sticks to rules and leadership positions a lot. Like when he was yelling at everybody not to fucking yell at your superiors, and I'm just like, fuck you, we are your superiors.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know, James isn't as bad as, like, if they had kept him as being like the shithead bully even like 5 years later.
All these years later, when he's probably like fucking 20 or some shit.
Yeah, he's in his 20s now. Like, here's the thing, if he was the same age as Keith when they entered the garrison, he'd be like 22 now? 22, 23?
Yeah, well, all of the paladins, when you think about it, they've aged pretty significantly, especially Keith, because Keith was like on Spacewell for 2 years.
Keith's 21 now. Like, Pidge is the only one who is not an adult now.
Yeah, no, I think like Pidge is like 19 or 18
No.
Like, if you count the 3 years that the dimension hopping, they've been gone for like 3 years.
Well, the dimension hopping, I don't think that affected them directly.
Well, I don't know. That's like something.
It's something that's it's a little confusing, but I don't think they actually aged in that time. It was just kind of like they were like jump-started 3 years.
Oh, yeah, alright, that's true. So, like, Keith was, like, the only one who truly aged because of Spacewell.
Yeah, because this wasn't a Spacewell situation where, like, they were stuck in the void for 3 years and they just didn't notice the passage of time. It's like, it was literally a blink of an eye for them.
Yeah, but from Keith's perspective, he aged, like, 2 fucking years.
Yeah, like, with the Spacewell Crolio, that was actually 2 years.
Yeah, like, you could tell because of fucking Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cosmo started off as a puppy, and then he'd grown into a big space wolf.
Yeah, but,
Darling.
like, just so there's no confusion on the ages, like, Pidge is 16 now, Hunk and Lance are 18.
Pidge is 6.
Yeah, Pidge is 6. Pidge started...
Keith is 21, Shiro is 25.
25 or 26, depending on, like, if you count his time in the void.
Well, Shiro is also a leap year baby.
Yeah, well, yeah, so he's technically still 6, but... but... I count his time in the void. I kind of went over this in the last one, just like he was conscious during that time, so he technically aged mentally, but he just wasn't in his body.
Yeah, that's true, but like physically, he's like still 25, 26.
Well, if you're counting how long his body has been around, he'd be like 2.
No, he would be like, he would be 6. Oh, wait, you mean his body?
Yeah.
You mean this body?
If you're talking about his physical body, like, he'd be 2.
1 or 2 years old, yeah. Jesus Christ.
He'd be 2 max. But, you know, this is why I'm just saying fuck it and calling him 26, so, I don't know.
Legal. Anyway, they put Shiro in pain again.
Yup!
They put Hunk in emotional pain, Shiro in emotional and physical pain.
Some things never fucking change.
Cause Hunk, dude, we got like Shiro and Pidge Hunk and Keep version this season.
Yeah.
Cause like, remember when Pidge was looking for her family and she just couldn't take it and she was being really selfish? And Shiro was like, hey, you need to calm down and focus on the mission. I swear to God, we're gonna get your family back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunk did the same thing, but this time it took way less time because Keith was like, fuck it, let's go.
I really like this whole exchange because, one, it mirrors from episode 6 where Hunk was just like, dude, calm down, and now Keith's just like, dude, calm down.
I kind of don't mind that it took Hunk less time to come to terms with his family being captured than with Pidge, because he is more mature than Pidge. Like, he's like, what, 2 years older than Pidge?
Yeah, Pidge is a hot-headed little shit.
But Pidge got better since then.
Pidge got better, but
like,
she still has the rage of 1,000 suns if anyone touches her family, so...
Yeah, no, Pidge is like an evil mad scientist, and I love her for that.
It's cute.
Hunk is just like, I miss my family. It made me like really sad seeing like Lance return to his family and Pidge return to her family, and I had no one, and I just want to know where they are and if they're safe. And Keith is just like, well, let's go. Let's get out of here. And Hunk is like, what? And he's like, yeah.
The hug? The fucking hug?
This turned me into a total Heath shipper.
Me too!
Oh, I love this ship now.
It's so pure.
Damn it. But we had like Hunk being in emotional pain and seeing his family, knowing that they're alright, and he's like, don't worry, we're gonna come back and get you. And it's all like, hashtag bring Hunk back his family 2K18.
Also, like, I like this moment as a development for Keith, because up until this point, his hugs have been reserved solely for Shiro and Crowlia, like, his actual family. And now it's starting to extend to the rest of the team, because it's like the rest of the team is his family, and that's really fucking sweet.
Hooray for really human moments.
Also, Keith got all the hugs this season.
Oh, there were so many hugs. But while that was going on, Shiro...
Oh boy.
Grieving over Adam, Sam going, he did his best. He was great. Blame the fucking Admiral.
Fuck you, Sonda.
And then, like, he got a new arm, but he was put in more physical pain because the arm was rejecting him. And Allura was like, fuck the crown. I'm gonna help Shiro get his arm. And then she took the crystal out of her crown and put it into Shiro's arm, so Shiro was fine again.
Why does everything keep rejecting Shiro's body this season?
I don't know, because
he was
writers just want Shiro to suffer.
He was in a coma at the beginning of the season because his consciousness was being rejected by the clone body, and then the arm started trying to kill him.
Because Shiro needs to fucking suffer.
Also, Tank Top Shiro.
Tank Top Shiro. Wait, we're forgetting something really important.
What?
The Zindak hologram.
Oh yeah.
Because Pidge, being smart as she is, made a hologram kind of like Allura's dad, and they're asking it questions, and Allura asks the hologram, what if a planet refuses to give up? And the hologram responds, then we annihilate it, but only one planet has ever refused, Altea.
Oh, that was some good shit.
She just walks out of the room and goes, yeah, the truth was kind of hard to take, but dude, I was shook when, oh god, Allura, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oof. Just fucking oof. That moment gave me chills, honestly.
And that was the moment when you knew that Earth was fucked.
Yep.
Because they kept revolting and retaliating. And right under their noses, they were being forced to build bombs that would destroy their planet. Yep.
Yep.
But anyway, episode 10, Clance fandom, down for the count again. Because, Emma?
Yes?
Lawrence.
Right!
Oh boy. So, Clance fandom. How long has Keith been gone again? He's been gone for like a season.
Y'all are
2
double dead.
seasons. Just and y'all were just like in the grave. Y'all, it was a peaceful season.
Yeah.
Well, y'all just shut the fuck up because Keith wasn't there. And here we are, episode 10. Lawrence, Emma.
Lawrence.
I mean, I don't mind. I kind of don't mind because it wasn't thrown together because we always knew that Lance was a disaster by, and he's like Allura for season 1, but Allura was like, I'm not interested, and then she got interested in Lotor, but Lotor was like a traitor, so she had to fucking kill Lotor, and here we are now.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence about all this shit. I'll be honest, because on one hand, it's not out of the blue. On another hand, for a while, their relationship was developing as more moving past that. And then on another hand, so we're getting like 3 hands in this shit. Soon enough, I'll be like Slav. But
Oh god.
there's also the scene in season 6 where like Lance isn't just lusting after her anymore. Like he actually feels like he actually likes her for who she is and how much of a good person she is.
Yeah, there's like a mutual connection there now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it wasn't thrown together because the feelings from Lance have always been there. Allura, like, we lost Lotor. Prince Loser is dead, unfortunately. Rip. F.
Yep.
But I'm not that mad at it. I was just worried because I was like, oh boy, do I want to check Voltron Tumblr now? And you know what I was greeting with? I wasn't greeted with fucking Clance shippers getting salty over Lawrence. I was greeted with Clance shippers being fucking insane and ripping each other apart.
I was also greeted with, what was it? Being anti-Lawrence is also being anti-bi, even though Lance was never confirmed bi.
What the fuck? You're kidding me.
I'm not shitting you.
That is bullshit.
I've seen multiple posts of that, and like, as someone who's bi, I'm like, fuck you guys. Like,
that is okay. That's bullshit.
Like, bi Lance is.
But knowing Clance, I believe it.
Like, bi Lance is definitely one of my favorite headcanons, and it works really well for his character.
What is a fucking headcanon?
Yeah, Lance has only ever flirted with women. So what the fuck?
It's a fucking headcanon because of fucking Clance. Oh, guys. What the fuck?
Bitches.
Y'all need to chill the fuck out.
You need to stop.
It's time to stop. No more.
Stop it. Get some help.
Should we just touch on this later?
Yeah, how about we get to the good things like Holy Mother of Gods, Captain Shirogane.
Holy fuck, yes, please, thank you. Anything but Sonda.
Can we talk about the scene where, like, Karan calls him Captain and he just kind of looks off into the distance like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, again, this entire season, Shiro had nothing to do until this point.
Now he's a captain in the fucking Atlas!
Because fuck Sonda!
Fuck Sonda! Sonda does not deserve to be in this situation.
No, before Captain Shirogane, I wanted Sam to be Admiral, but Sam is although Sam is a really good leader, he's an even better engineer.
Yes.
So, if there's one person who deserves to be captain, is Shiro. Not especially since, again, he did fuck all this past season.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't blame him for taking the back seat because
Boy needed a break. He needed a break.
he needs to fucking retire. That's what he fucking needs to do. Let him be happy. God damn it.
He needed a break for a little bit. He just needed to chill in the Lions and just have a break. Now he's ready to get back in action.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bebo B is like, so, how much for that arm? I'm sorry, I've been full of Infinity War memes. I'm so sorry. Then again, I'm not. So
You shouldn't be.
Can we talk about the fucking attack plan from Voltron? Because Shiro is like, hey, Earth is fucked. We gotta do something. And Voltron hid on the moon of Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, how do we protect the planet from the Galra? And Shiro is like, you can connect with your lions. Like, you can legit shit connect with your lions in ways that you do not know. So they launch a plan to go to the locations of the bombs and mentally connect with their lions so that the lions would come all at once. So they could take down the bombs all at once. And we get this fucking part with Lance where, like, he and his sister are down for the count. He's trying to protect his sister. And then this fucking Galra ship comes down. And the ship is like, it's over. And Lance closes his eyes, gives up, and he's like, it's over. And then the fucking Red Lion is like, surprise, motherfucker.
Red definitely has a thing for dramatic entrances.
This podcast, I am just full of Infinity War memes, not fucking Zelda names. Alright, cool.
You literally woke up 3 hours ago, it's fine.
Dude, oh my god, I did literally wake up 3 hours ago, okay. I'm getting more coffee after this. I need it. So anyway, fuck Sonda.
Okay, can we talk about the scene where, like, Shiro is just ripping into her? Because Sonda's pretty much like, you don't know what you're doing. We have to come up with a better plan than that. And Shiro's just like, bitch, we fought Sendek. We know what he's capable of. Shut the fuck up.
My boyfriend died because of you. I don't listen to you. Fuck. I have fucking PTSD. My arm was Galra.
Sonda was talking about, like, how about we just give him the lions and he'll go away? And Shiro's just like, no, that's a stupid idea. Fuck you.
And guess what she fucking did?
Tried to make a deal with Sendek and got killed.
Thank fucking God.
She did not deserve that big of a memorial at the end of the season.
I love how all of the really shitty fucking captains die.
Her and Sendek died, so hallelujah.
I know, I'm talking about just like Beyond Voltron.
Oh, yeah.
But that's an Attack on Titan spoiler. Oh shit, now I just gave away the Attack on Titan spoiler. Y'all didn't hear that.
Cut that.
I might cut that. But if I didn't cut it, you now know that I didn't cut it. That's also a Last Jedi spoiler, and I just gave away the Last Jedi spoiler.
You're giving away so many fucking spoilers right now.
Episode 11, people! Emma, would you like to move on to episode 11?
Okay, this is where my asshole became permanently clenched for like an hour, so... So, they got all these fucking cannons, right? And they're about to launch them into space, and putting all those cannons together will turn it into a super cannon that is way too OP and will just completely destroy the Earth.
Mm-hmm. And our paladins are once again behind bars.
Again. What is this, like the 4th time they've been in prison this season?
But, guess what?
What?
The lions.
The lions.
Guess what?
The lions. The fucking lions.
They fucking connect with their lions and fucking remote pilot the fucking lions.
They fucking possess their lions.
That was the dopest shit in
also,
the world.
Shiro's face when that happens and they start flying their own. He's so fucking happy.
Yeah, they did something that he couldn't do back when he was... Okay, here's a question I have. Is Shiro permanently disconnected from Black?
Yes. They cleared that up in an interview like a month ago.
Fuck.
I do think that's kind of shit, but now he has his own thing going on, so I really don't mind. But
yeah, I mean, he has like the thickest fucking robot.
Thick. We'll talk about Atlas in a minute, but
yeah.
But just the condensed amount of joy, pure joy on Shiro's face when he sees them flying around and seeing his kids do so well made me so happy.
Made his Space Daddy proud.
It made me so happy. Just I have like 10 images on my computer that is just pictures of his face during that scene because they're so fucking cute.
with all of the memes of just Shiro's face being tired and completely done with this shit, we finally have a proud space daddy.
We have just
Doesn't that just bring a tear to your eye?
we just have like actual joy on his face after like literally 2 years of suffering, and I'm just so happy.
Space Daddy needs a break, but for now, let him be proud of his kids.
Let him be proud of his kids and pilot that thick fucking robot.
Dude, the fucking fight with the lions being remote controlled, God, that was so metal.
That was good shit.
Oh yeah, he's like, let's take down the ship, and Paige is like, no, we're still on here. I mean, we're still physically here. We're piloting the lions with our minds, and then they're just like blowing up ships and taking them down. It was, God, I'm so proud of my kids.
It was so good, and then like,
Sonda died.
yeah, like Sonda's trying to take on a fucking Galra commander on her fucking own, and once again, Black just burst through the goddamn ship again. It just gave me flashbacks to season 6 when that happened. I was laughing my ass off.
Get wrecked, Sonda. You don't
Get
deserve to live.
Get wrecked, Sonda. I don't give a shit. You might as well have just like chucked her down that fucking hole you created.
Like, you do not get an F. You do not get an F.
You don't get any Fs.
You do not deserve
no Fs.
respect.
No Fs for you.
No Fs. No Fs given.
No Fs given.
Oh God, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. We better wrap this up. Holy fuck.
Oh fuck.
Lion's Pride.
Yeah.
Can I just like talk about how great it is that they named it Lion's Pride?
I love that. I love that really a lot. Okay, so they just barely managed to not fucking destroy the entire Earth.
Thank God.
Just barely.
I mean,
because like, God, I was so scared when the lasers started converging, and like the Atlas just shot right fucking under it.
Yep. And I mean, to be honest, most of Earth was already fucked. Like when the Gara came, oh God, this is some fucking Fallout type looking shit.
It was fucked. Which I do love the background imagery in this season, mostly for just how fucked Earth looked.
It looked like a desolated wasteland.
It looked really good. But because this is a kid's show, not a lot of people are dead, so it's fine. But
let's be honest, a lot of people fucking died.
Hunk's siblings died.
What?
Okay, think about this for a second. So, you know when they were doing the flashbacks with Hunk's family, he had those 2 little kids just kind of climbing on his shoulders?
Yeah, and it was adorable, because it was like, oh, you're gonna be a space pilot. Actually, I was thinking more of a space mechanic. Can you build us a spaceship? What are you talking about? We're already in one! That was just like,
That was so cute, right? Those kids never show up again.
They better. Oh God, I'm gonna.
Like
okay,
the only people you see are Hunk's parents and his older sister. You never see those 2 little kids again.
Season 8, you better not. Season 8, you better. Oh God, Hunk.
They weren't even in the hospital with him. Those 2 kids are dead.
Hunk is a dude. Oh God.
Okay, now that I've severely broken you, how about we talk about that Shiro and Sendek fight?
Okay, well, before we get to that, can we just talk about how fucking Sam is like, hey, the Gara ship, it has a single point in the ship, and if you shoot that single point with a laser, it will blow up. Hey, who on the fucking Voltron writers team was watching Star Wars? Come forward, fess up right now. I know it was you. Come on. When did you rewatch episode 4? Tell me now, and you won't get punished. Okay, now we can get to fucking... By the way, dude, I wrote this down in my notes, but Shiro... God, I wish that Shiro was in his old suit just once.
Okay.
I want to see him in the Black Paladin suit.
He was in the Black Paladin suit for literally half the season. I love that new bodysuit. For one reason, and one reason only.
Shiro in uniform?
Ass and ass. Did you not see when he was stepping out of the Atlas?
I saw the ass.
The amount of thickness.
He has a glorious booty.
Some things really never change with this show, and it's really for the best.
You know, I just want to say, did I ever show you my favorite Mikanzo picture?
I feel like you didn't.
It's this fan art that somebody drew that I found on Tumblr one day of Hanzo pointing at McCree's ass, yelling, "Do you see that ass? I tapped that!" Now I just want you to imagine that with Keith and Shiro.
That would totally happen.
We'll just keep yelling, "You see this ass?" Josh Keaton, we are sorry for lusting after Space Daddy, but you are used to this by now.
You are used to this, and B, it's the animator's fault, really.
Did you ever see that video of Josh Keaton at a con shipping through a Shiro fanzine? And he was like acting a character like,
Yeah,
Koran,
I totally
this is why
saw
you made
that.
me wear this outfit.
I loved it so much.
Josh Keaton is like, God, you are like the realest MVP. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
God bless you, Space Dad.
He is a god among men.
Oh, God. But, Atlas, Shiro, ass, thick, Space Dad, the last stand.
Okay, so just two things that I want to do before we get on to the last episode. One is Shiro's captain voice, because
God
goddamn, that makes me weak.
Oh, God.
And just the fight with Sendek, because that was badass.
Dude, when Sendek was just like victory or death, oh boy.
Oh boy.
And then fucking Keith came out and it was like, my boyfriend's back and you're gonna get it truck.
He was just like, death, bitch.
Bye. Look, this man saved my life so many times. I refuse to let him die today, especially at the hands of yo bitch ass.
You could not take me 3 fucking years ago, so you better shut the fuck up and let me kill your ass. You don't deserve to kill one of us.
It really doesn't. But, okay.
Just go back to sleep and starve.
Go to sleep. Look, you look tired, Sendek. Maybe you should go to sleep. Okay, one little character design thing that really obvious on the nose. Shiro and Sendek both have floating arms.
Both have the floaty arms. Yeah, I
on
love
the opposite sides of their bodies.
Mm-hmm. I did love that aspect to their fight, because then they could
That was just so on the
they could
nose,
just
though.
shoot it right out of their. Well, I kind of saw that coming once people started like, making a bunch of fan art with Shiro having a floating arm. It was like, hey, that'd be cool. What if they did that? Because they're totally gonna fight Sendek this season. So what if they do that? And then they did that, and I was like, okay, that's happening.
Oh man, like before that, there was like a ton of fan art with Shiro with just the one arm, and that was just adorable.
He's so cute. I saw. Okay, so like one of the first things I saw of him having a floating arm before the season aired, so I didn't know if it was gonna be a real thing. But it was like it target locked onto Keith's shoulder. And then like the last panel was him like waving with his nub, and it was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Aww. That's adorable.
Like I've seen multiple fan arts of him just like flailing his little nub around, like, and it's always adorable. Or like just kind of like poking Keith's cheek with the nub.
Somebody please draw that fan art of Shiro grabbing Keith's ass with the arm from across the room.
I think that's a thing. I think that's a Chance thing already. I don't know if it's a she thing yet.
It has to be a sheep thing.
It's probably
It's
out
got
there.
to be a sheep thing.
All right, I'm checking right now to see if I can try and find something like that.
Wait, we gotta talk about Atlas. We gotta talk about Atlas being thick.
We have to talk about how Shiro created another Voltron through the power of big dick energy.
Okay, to be honest, when Atlas just came out through the fucking clouds, fucking Cloverfield monster style, I was like, to be honest, I thought it was just a little bit out of nowhere, but I forgave it because it was set up. I mean, Shiro had Alora's crystal in his arm, and then Koran put his crystal into the power source for the fucking ship, and then everything was going to shit, and Shiro was just looking around him trying to figure out what to do, but it turns out, oh, hey, big dick energy, I could turn this fucking ship into a thick-ass robot, and then we got a fucking Ava fight!
Atlas is the thick, robot mom to the lions.
I just realized we're just talking about Atlas and we didn't talk about the other fucking robot. The female Titan robot.
The fucking dual-wielding scythe robot.
What the fuck?
I want a name for that robot because it was so kick-ass.
Oh, we better get one. Because, like, here's the thing. female Titan robot, I knew it was Altean, but I didn't think it would be Altean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, okay. How do I put this? I blame Hagar.
Well,
because this is totally Hagar's
it's totally her. She's using the Komar shit again. It's totally Hagar. Which this means Hagar has the colony.
Yep.
Fuck.
And okay, well, one of the notes I have is the sketchy anime art style, because we got a lot of that this season.
Oh, that was so
There was a lot of really anime shit going on this season.
Mm-hmm.
And that really sketchy, just the really sketchy animation with Lance and Pidge when they put their bears into the key, that was really dope.
And they got dual wield too. That was kick ass.
Yeah, and then like when they were fighting the robot, Pidge was like, "Fuck you! I have a cannon."
Honestly, I would have enjoyed the fight more if there wasn't like this old Kingdom Hearts roleplay video. I forget, it's called like Parking Lot Kingdom Hearts or something, but there's like this one part where this fucking kid is just like twirling around these poles and these swords, and he's just like, dual wield! And the other guy, and then the guy holding the camera is just like, don't hit the camera, man. It's like,
oh my god,
it's the funniest, most cringy bullshit, and me and my friend were quoting it the entire fight scene.
You better send that to me.
I would.
Another note that I have is questioning if the giant female Titan robot is the White Lion, because Voltron was outmatched by that thing, and it seems like the only, like, for me personally, just like looking at the design and the powers, it does seem like it could be the White Lion.
I mean, it's totally fucking destroyed, so I honestly don't know. I know Hagar has those abilities now, but
yeah, since after season 6.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think the White Lion's going to be the end game Hagar fight, and this was just an Altean experiment.
Yeah, because well, I'll get to that when we talk about predictions for season 8. But Voltron was severely outmatched by that thing. And if it wasn't for Atlas being just like the king-size candy bar of robo fighting ships, yeah, they would have been fucked.
They totally would have been fucked.
I mean, they already were fucked because they did like the whole fake out death thing, because the female Titan robot was going to blow up, and it was like, oh, we got to push this thing into outer space, and then Keith was like, it was an honor flying with you all, fucking Titanic style, and it was like, you're not going to fucking die.
It was another callback to season 1. And I was just like, ah.
Yeah, it is like, you're not going to fucking die. We have one more season of this shit. And they all woke up in the hospital, and I was like a little pissed with the fake out death, because of fucking course they're not. But Shiro gave his big speech, and it was framed like they were dead, but we all know they're not dead. And he was like, today is a solemn day, but I forgave it because it was so adorable seeing all of the paladins wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, just like that, the whole last, like, 2 minutes of slideshow was just the cutest thing.
Yeah. And then, like, all the aliens came, and Shiro's like, we're going to make Earth a station for peace. So, basically, Earth is now going to be the New York of the galaxy. Look, let's be honest.
Let's be honest
fucking
here.
Humans and aliens living together side by side. Like, oh, hey, diversity. It's like the city of New York all of a sudden. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
I really liked Shiro's speech and the slideshow and what was happening in the final episode. Just seeing the paladins wake up and old faces and humans and aliens rebuilding and setting up little makeshift markets. And, like, I like how this season, before the cliffhanger with the reveal of the power source, a female White Titan robot, I like how it was a message of peace and hope. That got to me a little bit, and it gave me a lot of predictions for season 8, because in season 8, what I ultimately want to see when this show ends is just a better Earth with humans and aliens and technology.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see all of the paladins at peace, like, working and living on this better Earth. Because, God, season 7, oh, I really like how they did that ending, besides the whole fake out death.
Yeah, I like how it ended too. Like, yeah, the fake out death was a little heavy-handed, but at least they were injured. And it wasn't just like, they're okay, folks.
Yep. But besides that, that's the end of it.
That's the end of it. Now we just have to wait until probably November, so...
Probably.
Oof. This is all gonna be done before the end of the year, and I'm upset.
I'm so sad to see it go, because it's like, we've been watching this for 2 years, we've been doing this podcast for 2 years, and it's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over?
I honestly wish, like, the season would drop later, just so we could do, like, a revisal, like, put out the podcast on the anniversary of our first one, because that would be, like, symbolic and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But no, that'd be
cool.
waiting too late.
So, that was season 7 of Voltron.
Yep.
So do you want to talk about Clance? Do you want to talk about season 8 predictions? Or do you want to talk about this season as a whole?
Well, looking back on it, the season was pretty good. I've just been seeing so much negativity, I was just like, yeah, it's okay. Honestly, it was pretty good. There was some plot points that didn't work as well, but overall, it was still a lot of fun, and I will miss this show when it ends.
This is like, to me personally, this is gonna be one of those shows that stick around for a long time. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be legendary status, like Avatar or Gravity Falls, but despite my current qualms with the fandom, not the fandom as a whole, but just fucking Clance. Jesus Christ, I cannot stand you anymore, Clance. But I'm gonna miss it when it's gone, but I'm gonna remember it for all the fun I had.
Absolutely. And you know, like, the Antis are always the first ones to leave, so this will be fun once the series actually wraps up.
Yeah, when it wraps up and everything calms down, that's when it's gonna be like that period between looking back and, you know, you're like it's like that period in fandom where you're looking back at all the fun you had, but you're still involved in it.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely suggest anyone who's fallen out of the fan base to come back maybe like January, because by then everyone who's been causing drama will have moved on, but it'll still be a massive playground full of just great art, great fics, and the people will still be around. It won't be completely dead.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be in like Yuri on Ice and Killing Stalking Hell. But my personal feelings on this season, definitely not the best. It still confuses me how you can have a 13-episode season after all of these 5 and 6 episode seasons and drag it. But with what we got, it was really good. Like, we finally got some more hunk. Mm-hmm. Fucking Sam Holt is a badass. The entire Holt family is a badass. Matt, my baby, my son, my child, got a glow up. And Sheaf.
Just Sheaf.
Beautiful, glorious Sheaf. Oh, and Cosmo! Fuck, we forgot about Cosmo!
The goodest of boys.
The best boy. Look, fuck it. What anyone says, Cosmo is the new best boy, period. In general, I do not care. Look, Space Daddy, he's Space Daddy. He will always be Space Daddy, but there's a difference between being Space Daddy and being best boy.
Yeah.
And Cosmo is the best boy.
There's a difference between being the goodest of boys and being best boy.
Yeah. Cosmo.
And honestly,
I miss Cosmo.
Honestly, thinking about all of this has put me into such a good mood. I don't even want to talk about the fandom anymore.
Yeah,
it'll be irrelevant by next year. You know, it's already starting to die down. People are just kind of ignoring it and keeping it in its own quarantined little section of hell. So you know what? Fuck it. This show is great. Fuck the people who are being assholes and harassing the creators. But I just want to stay in my nice little place where this is actually pretty good, and hopefully it won't turn sour because of character deaths next time.
Maybe if we're unlucky enough, we might have to talk about it in a coffee break whenever episode 2 comes out. Whenever we decide.
If there's enough for it to break before the end of the series, we might have to talk about it.
Before or after.
Yeah, if there's enough to talk about it where we need to separate it from the actual other review, then maybe. But I want to just leave it alone, let it die a slow, painful death, and let the people who have done this shit at least maybe mature, because I know most of these are kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Clance shippers as a whole, it's just aggravating seeing just these kids, these entitled elitist kids doing all of this shit and just being absolutely going mental over fictional fucking characters.
Yeah, it's stupid. They're stupid, and I hope they'll at least learn from their mistakes when they start getting a little older and start opening their eyes a bit more.
Yeah, because, look, I talked to people who are into Voltron, and they've always asked me about the fandom, and, oh boy, you asked me about the Voltron fandom, my mind immediately wars back to class shippers, and you asked me to explain class shippers, and I am just dead. The conversation is just done.
Yeah, immediately, just gone. Like, I like it, and I don't want to talk about this.
Yep, but to end on a positive note, season 8, hope, predictions, whatever.
I am hoping, this is Endgame, so there could be some major character deaths. I am hoping it's not that.
I hope it's not Shiro.
Please,
Please, let Shiro live.
They have made, his death an
inside joke.
They've made it an inside joke, and they've made it a twist multiple times. They can't kill him again.
Please don't, or I will stab you.
Like, it's not even, like, I wouldn't even be mad about it, just because I like the character. I would be mad about it because that's so repetitive.
I know, right? It's just like, dude, it's a season finale. You cannot take this back. It's the end of the show. You do this, you're fucked.
This is the end, and we're done.
That's it.
I'm hoping that if James is actually still in with all of this, that he's not a dick.
It's gonna take a lot.
Here's the thing. It's gonna take a lot for me to like him, but I just don't want him to get worse.
It's like, unless they do an Agresco thing with Tone.
Yes.
And they, like, made him, more sympathetic, but not redeemable. That's when it's like, okay, all right, you have my sympathy, but I still don't like you. It's like that kind of thing,
Yeah.
With me and James right now.
Yeah, like, you've had some dickish moments, but you're not a bad character. You've just had some moments.
Well, for me personally, I want the pacing to be better. I want them to give this their all, since this is gonna be the last season. Hagar, oh boy, please put that bitch in her place.
That bitch is done. She is done. She's done.
Please give her the most brutal fucking death. I am begging you.
Let her die begging to see her son.
Look, I don't care what you do this season, as long as it's written well, as long as they put in 110%. All I ask for is peace. That's all I want. I want these characters that I have fallen in love with to be happy. I want Voltron. Look, what I ultimately want is for Voltron to no longer be needed, because peace has come to the galaxy and they have served their purpose. I want everyone to move on, but to still maybe be recalled to Voltron once or twice. I want all of these people to live their lives. I want Paige to be happy. I want Matt to be happy. I want Lance to be happy. Hunk, Alora. I want Space Daddy to fucking retire to that beach house with Keith and Cosmo. That's all I want. That's all I ask for. Just end it on a good note.
I think that wish is, like, the best thing that we can end on right now. So just, it's your last chance. Don't fuck up. And that's all we have to say here.
Please. I'm just like right now, I'm just like in a happy mood. I just want to go back. I want to rewatch season 1 and 2. I want to just see these characters when they were at their happiest, and just, enjoy revamping my Shiro cosplay and go to Youmacon and meet all our Voltron trash.
This is going to be a lot of fun, especially with that sign.
So, anything else before we whore ourselves out?
Nope. Just, this season was okay. Next one better not fuck up. And,
Please don't.
The Phantom can go die in a hole. So, yeah.
Alright, well, let's whore ourselves out.
Alright. Tumblrs. I got them. I'm antisocial, but whatever.
But what are your Tumblrs, Emma?
Well, I'm not alone right now, so I probably shouldn't say it.
Alright, well, they'll be linked in the description below. For me personally, subscribe to this channel for more of me. Follow me on Twitter at callmeRENS. I have a Twitch channel, but unfortunately, Twitch is going on hiatus until I can get my life together and save up my money and move out. So, see you guys on Twitch in May. And my additional links will be in the description below. But for now, oh god, I'm like feeling sad.
Oh.
One more, Emma, we have one left.
One left. We
Yeah,
have to
gotta
do
get
something.
Jeremy and Kendall to join us.
We have to do something big for this dude. We have
I
to.
know. We have to get Jeremy and Kendall to join us for the final podcast.
Well, that's the thing. We'll all still be in school when this comes out, so you can just.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Dude, you can just drop by when this happens.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just. Oh my god, it's almost over.
It's almost over, and I'm sad about that.
I know. I mean, we're still gonna be here making the Two Dorks Song podcast. It's just.
What the hell are we gonna
There
talk
won't be any more
about?
Voltron episodes.
What the hell are we gonna do?
Well, BujoCast.
True.
We have one more BujoCast.
We'll do that afterwards.
Next episode, BujoCast? Maybe.
Maybe.
We also have the coffee break. Oh yeah, My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. There won't be any more Voltron after the next season.
I'm sad. Oof.
F.
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 Spamming F.
Okay, well, try to end it on a high note, but now I'm just sad.
Let end it on that one screenshot of Shiro's ass.
Oh yeah. We'll end it on a screenshot of Shiro's ass.
That'll make it happy.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, sweet dreams of Shiro's ass. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with us?
All right, bye guys.
Bye everyone.